Yo, that Oats Studio Rakka is some hotness. Oh yeah, Deadpool did something too. NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. And what is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we about to get into another wonderful episode of On Screen. That's right, man. We talking about TV, we talk about movies and all that. So what we got? Oats Studios Rakka Vol.1 has just dropped its first piece of beautiful post-apocalyptic, tasty flavorness for us. Whoo, boy, oh boy. And was it good? Now, Neil Blomkamp, and I'm pretty sure I'm messing up your name, I truly apologize. He's no stranger to sci-fi at all. The dude really has a dope vision for aliens and the futuristic and kind of like mixing that together in future kind of quasi messed up societies. And here is where they really shine. In World 1, you have Texas in the year 2020, and it just shows this world that is truly in despair. The planet has been invaded by these aliens that look sort of lizardy, and they've been taking over our atmosphere, been taking over our structures, experimenting on humans, taking over our minds. There's been so much they've done already, and they've also almost taken down the whole population. There's just a small, of course, rebellion to fight against them. And they're led by none other than the amazing Sigourney Weaver.
Cut it, I'll head off.
And in these shots, you get to see this broken up into three pieces. You get World, you get Amir and Nash, and you get Siege. And these three parts come together to tell this first story of where the world is set up, where they kind of show us what the aliens have been doing. And then they show us this character in Nash who the rebellion needs because he loves blowing stuff up. And Amir, who is someone who has been kind of broken down because he's been experimented on so much by these aliens, but he's also kind of gained a gift, if you will, of, I'm not sure if it's clairvoyance or foresight, something to that extent that helps them be able to fight back. And one of the big things that I love about this is the world building that they set up. Like, you truly believe that these guys are maybe down to like their last man, like their backs are against the wall. You feel like there is nothing left for them to do except something large and grand if they expect to win. And most of that is driven by you already have the great direction by Neil, but then you have this awesome just composition of notes and music put together over this with a narration that doesn't bore me. Usually narration gets to me and I'm just like, oh, here we go. You got to tell us what's happening. But the narration in this, even though it goes on for almost the whole, series or the whole episode, the narration never bugs me. The narration lends extremely well to the feel of the actual piece that you're watching. And this is something that I truly, man, I am so glad that this came out. I'm so hyped that we have this because it's a dope distribution model, and I think this is something that we may not have seen back in, say, the 90s due to how this film was distributed back then. But now with like Netflix and YouTube and Hulu and all this stuff, I think this is a great opportunity to get stories like this, and man, I am so psyched. So guys, holla at me, I'm gonna holla at you. I wanna know what you thought about Rakka in this first episode. Like, are you feeling it? Are you down with the narration? Are you digging the military and the fight scenes, or do you need to see a little more? So, of course, get down in the comments. Let's chat. And I gotta move on to a little American Gods. Next up is American Gods. You know what? I got to give you guys the slow clap, because when this series started, I believe I talked about it, you know, back when the trailer dropped and the first episode dropped. I didn't know where to put you guys. It was weird. I didn't know if I was feeling it. I was intrigued about Shadow's story, but you know, it wasn't grabbing me like I expected it to grab me, you know, because with Neil Gaiman being such an amazing writer and building so many amazing, fantastical worlds by just the stroke of a pen, I was expected to get grabbed by this in the first episode. And what this show did for me was a slow burn, with the surreal visuals, with the mystery surrounding Shadow, with the mystery surrounding the gods, the old and the new. It really slowly intrigued me to a point where I didn't know that I liked it yet. Because I remember talking to Joelle, who does the after show for American Gods. I was like, you know what? I don't know if I like this show. It's not that I don't like it, but I don't know if I like it. And since the finale, that episode, yeah, I like it. I think I'm gonna go back and watch the episode again because I like this show. So before I move on, I gotta remind you guys, you can find me at Black Hollywood Live. That's right, the first online network for African Americans. You can find celebrity interviews, after shows, sports talk, geek, nerd, tech, all that at blackhollywoodlive.com. And once you check that out, don't forget to come back here from week to week with all their new videos on youtube.com/blackhollywoodlive. Now, the way they reeled me in was just the awesome dialogue. And I truly believe what makes this, what I'm calling now a great show, is Ricky Whittle and Ian McShane. If those two didn't work for me, I think this show would have fell apart for me. Those two really bring it. And I've never read the book, and I know people, you guys might have read the book and you're like, you gotta see the end. But I'm very interested to see what goes on and what happens with Shadow. Like, what's so special about Shadow? And I think that's what kept me coming back. Episode 2, 3, 4, and now with the the finale, I'm just like, you know what? I sat through all these episodes, and though it was weird, and though I wasn't sure if I liked it, I think I like it. So guys, jump down in them comments, holla at me, I'ma holla at you. I wanna know what you think about their characters. I want to know what you think about the lore that's set up. Do you think the old guys are gonna win? Do you think the new guys are gonna win? Unless you've read the book and you already know. But I'm very interested to see what happens with Laura, with Shadow, what happens with Easter now, with Odin now that he's revealed himself and his power. Just, there's so much, and that sword is so boss, right? So look, man, I'm sold. I'm a fan of this show. At first I was just like, I'm very vanilla on it, but I'm a fan. I'm a fan. American Gods, you got me. I'm a fan of this show. I didn't know where I felt around episode 2 and 3, but I think that between the animation that you guys were doing, the stories that you were telling at the beginning, the weighing the heart with the feather, all of these surreal visuals, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. So, of course, man, jump down in the comments, holler at me. I want to talk about American Gods. So, let's move on, man, because we got one more thing about a fool in the X-Men universe. Next up, since the casting of Cable in Deadpool 2, we've been kind of seeing some images trickle in. First up was the look of how Cable would be with Josh Brolin in the role. Things kind of quieted down for a bit, and we kind of didn't know what was going to happen next, if we were going to get some more news or maybe a little teaser or something like that. They might be waiting until Comic-Con. But recently we've gotten two things. First being Josh Brolin getting his work out on. Yo, Josh, see you, man. I see you doing your thing. Making me proud. Next up, we get to see Deadpool in front of the X-Men's mansion, just lounging. And I feel sometimes that's what you gotta do. When you're Deadpool, you got things going on. There's villains and stuff, and you gotta navigate through the underworld and handle crime and deal with other mutants and beat up villains. I mean, sometimes you just want to relax. And the X-Mansion is there's no better place, no safer place to relax. I mean, if I would relax anywhere, it would be at the X-Mansion. Why? Because there's tons of people that got my back. So, guys, let me know what you think about this new promo material. You know, we got to see Josh Brolin, the new haircut. We got to see him getting his workout on. And we got a little tease with what Deadpool's been up to, or not up to, since we've gotten all this casting news. So, of course, guys, holla at me. I'ma holla at you. Jump down in the comments. Let's have some fun talking about Deadpool. Trust me, I'm into the speculation. So, before I bounce, I gotta tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, all my videos are there, from the oldest, the newest, the latest, the greatest, and all that. And then you can hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. And don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then, come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right. There is no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. And my shout outs got to go to LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please, man, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Yo, y'all need to watch that Oats Studio again, because it's dope. Peace.